Welcome to Talk Travel with Heather Tate, North Mississippi's podcast for savvy travelers. Talk Travel with Heather Tate is a weekly podcast that airs every Monday on the Shark 102.3 FM radio station based in Ripley, Mississippi, and is then released as a podcast. Travel advisor and travel enthusiast Heather Tate of Whimsical Destinations gives listeners expert travel tips curated through the years of personal and professional experience. By clicking subscribe, you'll have a new travel tip to add to your collection delivered to your podcast library every Monday. Talk Travel with Heather Tate is brought to you by Sunbear Studio. Sunbear Studio is a boutique recording studio in the heart of Ripley, Mississippi. When you record with us at Sunbear Studio, we can mix, master, register, and publish your music, your podcast, or your family story. Email us when you're ready at sunbear@jc.media.
This program was recorded at Sunbear Studio in Ripley, Mississippi.
Good morning, Northeast Mississippi travelers. This is Heather with Talk Travel with Heather Tate, and I'm so excited to share my adventures and tried and true tips with you, whether you are also a seasoned traveler, a hopeful traveler, or currently an armchair traveler, meaning you're going to follow along with us from home for now. This is our 208th episode of Talk Travel with Heather Tate, and this week, we're going to do a segment of Never Have I Ever. I think this is going to be a new segment that I do periodically. And so for our first one, it's going to be Never Have I Ever Been to a Renaissance Fair. Florence is celebrating its 40th annual Renaissance Festival this October. That's right. You now have something to look forward to. If you didn't even know you wanted to go to a Renaissance Festival until now, you've got something just a couple months out that's going to be perfect. You have time to put a costume together, order a costume, or guess what? It's going to be Halloween. So that means the costumes are coming to you. You can find any costume for a Renaissance Festival. Mermaids, fairies, knights, pirates. So it doesn't just have to be kings and queens from a Renaissance Festival. There's a lot of flexibility there. There's some gray area on your costumes. Really, you have a costume, you can make it work. There are some people that were in all kinds of costumes. So when is the one in Florence? It is October 24th and 25th. There's also a feast the Saturday before. Now that you're going to need to look into to get some more information because that is a full dinner spread, like an authentic, true to the time, like a medieval feast. But if you wanted to go to the actual festival, that's the weekend of October 24th and 25th, that's Saturday, Sunday. It is located in Wilson Park, which is in downtown Florence, which is one whole city block. And my roommate Denise said that you would just be amazed how much they can pack into one city block. They would have the Renaissance festivals of days of old in the market, right? They would be in small spots that they would have them inside, like the castle walls. So you can pack a lot in a small city block space, and so that is still authentic. Now, you're not going to be able to have everything you can imagine in a small place like that, but this would be a great Renaissance Festival to go to if you want to check it out and see if this is something that you're interested in. And guess what? Free parking, family-oriented, and also free admission. No tickets necessary. They're going to have vendors, artisans, games, performers. The time period covered is from 1100 AD to 1650 AD. Very educational. So whether you have kids, you homeschool your children or not, you can cover both the medieval and Renaissance eras there. This is one of the longest running all-volunteer events in the nation. It's also handicap accessible and pet friendly. This one has no alcohol at the fair itself. You know, there's going to be food, there's going to be drinks, but no alcohol here. And there's lots of restaurants within walking distance where you can make a whole day of it. I'm telling you, it is on my schedule for us to go either that Saturday or Sunday this year. I'm super excited. I already have a costume. Doesn't mean I might not want to get another costume because it's addictive. But I have a costume. So that's my reason. I'm like, have a Renaissance Festival costume. It would be a waste not to wear it more than once. Maybe just add some different accessories. So I am looking forward to it. And I think now that we kind of dipped our toe in the waters with it, I think the boys are more excited about it. They know what to expect. So even though it's free, donations are accepted because, again, it's an all-volunteer run event. And I think it's going to be a great time. It's also another way for you to get to dress up. If you don't want to go to a Halloween-specific event, this is a great excuse to get to dress up in costume for something else. Now, I've got one more suggestion that I'm going to make before we wrap things up today. And I want to talk to you just for a moment about the Tennessee Renaissance Festival. Now, this is an event where tickets are required, and it is every weekend in May. So if you don't have the weekend in October free, and you're already thinking, well, there goes my other chance to go to Renaissance Festival, go ahead and put this on your schedule for next year. And I will share more information about it as it comes out because tickets are not available yet for 2027. But it's located on the Castle Gwyn grounds. If you are a Taylor Swift fan or have any Taylor Swift fans in your family, there is a music video shot here on the grounds. So I think you might even recognize it then in photos for that. That's something that makes it famous. And you can go and do tours in, I believe, one or two of the rooms in the castle, not the entire castle. It's located near Nashville, Tennessee, in Arrington, Tennessee. So this is a huge event where there's teas and knife fights and glass blowing and actual jousting. That's right, jousting. Just like the knights on horseback with the joust, running each other, trying to, knock each other off their horses. So this is more than the city block. This is bigger than, our Tupelo event at Faire Park. This is a huge Renaissance festival. So if you're like, okay, I've been to a regional Renaissance festival, I want to go with something bigger. Now, this is not a free event. It takes planning. Tickets are required for multiple events. It has multiple stages, multiple entertainers throughout, but you will need to pre-purchase tickets. So it just depends on what level you're ready to dive in. If you want a free admission experience, be sure to check out Florence's Renaissance Festival this October. If you are now ready, to plan ahead and want to have a whole event, like a whole weekend full of activities, look into the Tennessee Renaissance Festival. And these, of course, are not the only ones. There are some, the South is known for our Renaissance festivals. There are more. That is all the time we have for this week's episode of Talk Travel with Heather Tate. I hope that you are excited and maybe we'll think about your own never have I ever experiences like I did with the Renaissance Festival and then change that to yes, now I have. Happy traveling.
This show is made possible by JC Media, LLC in Ripley, Mississippi. JC Media owns the Shark 102.3 Classic Rock FM radio station where the show is hosted. Subscribe to our podcast on your favorite app or stream episodes online at shark1023.com/podcasts. We also have an email in which you can share your feedback. That email is theshark1023@gmail.com.